So welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be adding some more Africans to this 120-gallon African cichlid tank. If you guys remember, I had set up the 72-gallon bow front a few weeks ago. That was an amazing build, but that tank ended up leaking on me, so I had to move all the fish over to this 120-gallon, which in the end is the best place for these fish in the long term anyway. So today I want to add some more different species to that tank. I got about 6 different species that we're going to be adding into this 120-gallon. It's going to add more color, more behavior, and it's just going to look amazing. So that's what today's video is about. So if you're new around here, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, because we drop nothing but bangers over there. Right now I'm just draining a little bit of water out of here and get into this bucket. Go ahead and catch the fish out of here, get the fish out of the other aquarium, then we'll add them all in at one time, and then we'll do a nice little feeding at the end once we get all the fish in here. So make sure you guys stick around. But for everybody that's wanting to know, all the fish and everything down here is doing great. We haven't had any problems down here in the fish room. Thankfully, having a fish room, there's always some problems going on. We haven't had any problems. There's been a lot of breeding. I got a lot of new fry, and we got a lot of new projects that I'm going to be working on. I've been sitting back brainstorming of some more dope stuff we can do down here in the fish room, and some stuff that I just can't show y'all just yet, so I can't give everything away. So I'm gonna finish drain a little bit of water out of here, then we're gonna catch these fish, and then we're gonna get them in there. All right, so I got all the fish out of that tank. Now we need to go down here to this tank, and I'm gonna have to break this whole tank down because I got plecos and all type of stuff in here. So it's gonna take a little bit longer to catch these guys, but once I get them caught, we're gonna get them into the tank. I finally got all the fish caught. As you can see, the 120-gallon is looking amazing right now. Everybody over here, this is where I feed them at a lot, so they all hanging out. You can see there's so much room in here, so much activity. They've been making breeding beds over here. They've been breeding like crazy. I just stripped a lot of fry from a lot of these females out of here in the last week, so maybe I'll give you guys an update on all the babies and stuff like that here soon. But we're gonna go ahead and get all these fish into this 120-gallon aquarium. I like to add a lot of fish at one time. I suggest that for anybody that's like keeping African cichlids or just cichlids period. I would add more than one fish when you add new fish to the tank. Otherwise, you know, they might get like picked on or something like that. So this kind of keeps from the other fish from like singling out one and hurting them. So that's why I wait until I got about a good 15 fish that I can add them all in at one time. It shouldn't be no problem. So let me get these guys all into the net, and then we're just going to add them in all at one time for that wow effect. It's a lot of them. I can't wait to see what these electric blue Johannes do, because I have 2 in this 120-gallon right now. I'm going to be adding 2 more. Well, one's a purple Mangino, but I'm sure they'll cross with them. And I don't really care too much about these fish crossbreeding in here. I just want a tank full of just all different types of Africans. So let's go ahead and get these guys in here. Into your new homes. They stuck in the net. I think that's everybody out. So it's not too much of a difference right now, but the fish that I just put in, especially like them icebergs, haps that I just put in here, the scarlets that I just put in here, once they get settled in, these fish are going to color up. They're going to start breeding in here, and it's going to add a lot more color, especially like with my Taiwan reefs, albino Taiwan reefs. I have a big one in here somewhere. That's the female right here, and the male is right there. Yeah, that's the male right there. He ain't really too colored up right now, but no, this is the male. Yeah, that's the male right there. He's just not colored up. But I got some albino ones now, so once they color, it's going to look dope. So definitely love it. Now let's go ahead and let these fish settle in for a second, and then I'm going to feed these guys, so stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and feed these Africans. I feed them a lot of pellets, brine shrimp, flake food. I got 2 different sizes of pellets. One's like a 1 millimeter, and I think the other one's like a 2 or 3 millimeters for like the different size of fish in here. So we'll start with the, well, I guess this is small stuff. We'll start with the small stuff right now. And watch how they go crazy over it. And when I feed these guys, I do feed a little heavy, but I feed like a nice little handful. Then I let them munch at that for a second. And then once they munch at that and they clean it up, then I come back through with another little round on them. That was like the 1 millimeter, so them real small pellets. And there's still a lot of fish that didn't even get some. You can see I don't know if you guys can see from the angle, but the Williamson blue lip back there is trying to breed with one of the smaller Williamson blue lips that I just put in, because the bigger one she is holding somewhere. So he's over there trying to breed right now. He just can't help himself. Now I'm gonna put in some bigger pellets in here. I normally feed these guys maybe, depending on my schedule, probably like once a day. I feed them, sometimes 2 or 3 times, depending on if I'm at home or what I got going on. But mainly one good feeding per day. I don't like to feed like that because you end up kind of like overfeeding the tank. But at the same time, you know, you only can feed the fish when you got time. They definitely clean that up. The thing about this flake food though, I got a bunch that's on the trim right here. The thing about this flake food is that, well, pellets, is that it clouds the water up. The fish love it. They grow so fast. The colors are vibrant off of this food that I use. I get this from one of my local African cichlid breeders, but it clouds the water up, so the tank gets a little murky real quick. So that's why if I feed it, I wait till like the end of the video like now to feed it for, you know, I add the fish in, but otherwise it's gonna be just cloudy and just looking crazy. So it's a good food. It just clouds the water up. Let me give you guys a little close-up of the tank. As you can see, this Williamson blue lip male, I just put that female in here and he is trying to get her to breed right now. He already got a female. Let me see if you can see her on camera. She back there already holding. The tank is super cloudy now from feeding, but it'll clear up here the next hour or so once the filters get everything together. But the tank is looking good. I can't even see the new fish that I put in right now. They're kind of high. Look at him back there. He is breeding with her instantly. She just got in there. He ain't playing no game. He got him a few females, man. But there's so much activity. There's so much going on in this tank right now. I'm looking for my albino Taiwan reeds. I bet they're all in the back hiding in the rock and everything. Hopefully, I see a couple of them popping out over here. A little bit popping out, but the tank got to clear up. I will give you guys an update on this tank in an upcoming video. I'm back posting regular uploads, so make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on your post notifications so you can be notified. Look at these guys breeding too. The Kenya trying to breed. I put a few females in here. Now he flared up, ready to go. We finna have more babies in the fish room. Let's go, let's go. But yeah, subscribe to this channel so you don't want to miss everything else that's going on down in the fish room. I got something coming with this tank. We're going to be doing this tank next, and there's more to come, and I can't show you everything. And look, I didn't catch every fish up out of there, so I got to catch this one, the boob over there. That's crazy. I don't know. He must have hid behind the filter. I didn't see him. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out of here.